And some of the questions that we got in our email from the different participants, I tried to summarize the things that we got out, both as outcomes from the presentations and general conclusions, some general conclusions, as well as from the questions. And as I said, Max, you will see that a lot of the questions are related to exactly what you were talking, like planned activities and deliverables. So first of all, something that I think that you found in your SWOT analysis, as both Chiara and Claire said on the first day, open science in its different and various aspects is something that is cross-cutting, and I would say it is an overarching topic for all the activities in ERUA and ERUA, as well as obviously for the general development of all 5 universities, as you noted yourself. But what I came out with is, because I'm actually, I didn't introduce myself. I am in the working package 2 of the ERUA, which deals with reimagining higher education and reform. So there we ask the question, what makes us reform universities? And I think that open science and the efforts that we do, the actual development of our open science policies in the 5 universities also is part of what makes us reform universities. Because what I got is that all the 5 universities are among the national pioneers in open science, or maybe in the different aspects of open science. It's obvious that the libraries are the main units that drive that. However, each one of us has a specific focus. Each one of us has a different strategy. Each one of us uses different tools and instruments. And there are clear, obvious differences in the national open science policies and strategies. That's why I asked the question if we will have something about that. So the general question that I think we should discuss in this discussion panel is, what can we do together to utilize our specific strengths, the specific strengths that the 5 universities have in the field of open science? And I think that's also the grounding base of what the working package 5 in ERUA does. And now, as I said, I tried to summarize some of the questions that we got. I'll put them on for discussion, and then I'll open the floor. First, there were some more general questions about can we use and mutually benefit of the existing resources and systems and try to integrate them to a certain degree. I think that Philip's question in the chat is also related to this one. Not only in general, but in terms of specific aspects and activities that we do. The second one is, can we use the efforts that we do in working package 5 of ERUA and the efforts that we do in promoting open science within our university, within all the 5 universities, to also promote ERUA and ERUA within the universities and also to our external stakeholders. a very specific question about using open source software in our open science efforts and tools. I'm not sure that we could all answer that, but maybe every university might answer the question to what extent it uses open source. Another one, do we link open access and open data to open educational resources? So do we use our open access resources in their full potential as educational tools? And the last one was about citizen science, an aspect of open science that's quite new. And I think that we saw it incorporated only in the policies of Constance and Luc. But I think that all the 5 universities do it, even not realizing that they do. So these were the general questions, and I will not read these out. The specific ERUA and ERUA related questions. I would ask Max and Matthias to take a look at the slide and try to like give us direction how we can answer the questions. I think that maybe the most important and the most the question that has the most potential of being beneficial to all is, can we get some joint funding? But that's open for discussion to all. And you see that we got some practical suggestions in terms of what we could do together, and I saw that some of these things are already present in the deliverables and the activities of Working Package 5. So this gives an answer to some of them. And having these all questions in mind, like a general framework, I want to give the floor to all of you for remarks, questions, and your input to this discussion, as well as, of course, to present your own view or to ask specific questions to the different participants in the workshop. So the floor is yours. Yeah, Philip.
Hello. Is the sound okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yes.
Just
okay.
Please introduce yourself briefly when you take the floor, so that we know who is speaking.
Okay. Okay. Yes. My name is Philip, and I actually work with the design of ERUA. I'm the designer of the logo and also all the social media publications and other visual materials that ERUA needs in the process of communicating in all their events. And my question is actually, to a certain extent, design related. So I am a former design student at New Bulgarian University, and I'm actually thinking about my master's degree also to be in the design field, again at MBU, New Bulgarian University. And I'm pretty big on the topic of searching for publications and information from other designers as sort of a guidance or an inspiration to help me in my projects. And listening to all the presentations from the past 2 days, it was very interesting to learn that all the other universities at ERUA also promote open access at such a big level, and it's a very important part of the education at the universities, which actually makes me very happy to be a part of this project. So my question was, and I don't know, I'm not very familiar technically if it's possible, but maybe in a perfect world, would it be possible to have all the universities unite and have a big ERUA database or a big ERUA repository that includes all data from all universities, so we can, for instance, search for information from the ERUA website and not having to look at all the separate platforms of all the universities. Because I'm writing notes on during the presentations, but I didn't catch all the names. I forgot some of the names of the platforms. Now I'm gonna have to rewatch all the videos to find all the platforms of the other universities. And also, I was thinking about the question of having this open access topic as a way of promoting ERUA. At New Bulgarian University, for instance, a big part of graduating as a graphic design student is doing a big final project. And all the design students look at other former students' works and projects to see what is required, to find some inspiration. And it would be so interesting, I'm sure, for all Bulgarian students and students at New Bulgarian University to, for instance, look at projects, design projects of students from other ERUA universities. I know for me, this would be like gold. I would love to look at the level and the requirements for design in the other universities. So this could be a really very useful tool to promote ERUA for the design students in New Bulgarian University. It would be very practical. And yeah, having a main repository would really help. It will be very beneficial. Yes, that's all for now, which I can say.
Thank you, Philip. And I think that it's maybe here Max or Matthias might also help. I think that we have it like a general idea to try to at least have it in the end. And it's not only in the working package 5, it's more of a part of working package 4 of ERUA, which is having a community, and working package 5 of ERUA, which is having something like a common infrastructure. But of course, there's this specificity of the software, the methodology, the metadata, the actual platforms that all the universities use, and I'm not quite sure from a technical point of view if they can be integrated as they are today. I think that's something that we might discuss.
Having links to all the repositories in one page at the ERUA website, that could also be useful.
I think the idea of a big repository for everyone is not a good idea, just from a technical view and also from the organizational view. Until not everything is available, open access and open science, also questions of licensing, and if you're allowed to access these resources. So we have licensed a lot of resources here for the campus in Constance, and everyone here can use it, but we cannot open it to everyone in ERUA. That's the problem. And everything what we have in our repository, which is open science or open access available, it's will be also automatically transferred to, for example, Google Scholar or Web of Science. So we have these meta search engines where all this data is present. And I would not suggest to create an own solution for ERUA or ERUA. And I think this is also a topic when we will meet in 2 weeks in Cyros for the digital connectivity meeting from Work Package 5 of ERUA, where we maybe discuss about this topic too. I think it's a very good idea to put all the links to the repositories on the website, because this is a very low-hanging fruit, which you can really easy give some benefits to the ERUA members. But I would not follow an idea of one big repository. I think that will not work.
No, actually, I think that maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that we all operate within the European research area, and at least all the open access repositories are to some extent linked to the open air. So actually, we have this big overarching thing that connects us. But maybe you're right that we are not ready because of the national specifics and the specifics of the things that we bought as systems to have one big one. But the idea, I think that it's absolutely feasible. Here, maybe Steffi could also say, and maybe even Philip, to have a dedicated place on the ERUA website where we just list all the resources that we have, like links. Yeah, Max, you're muted.
Sorry, thank you. Philip, may I give you 4 links, which I think may be interesting for you, maybe interesting for everyone. So the first one, which I provide, is a search engine called Bayes. Via Bayes, you can search. It's one of the most important search engines for open access documents, which may be interesting. Well, I've only sent it to one person. Here we go. So here's Bayes. And if you're interested in data reuse, let me provide you with a link on a platform which I'm operating with colleagues called Forschungsdateninfo. And as far as open access publishing is concerned, we have a platform on that as well. So maybe you can find some helpful information to answer parts of your questions there.
Okay. Someone else does someone else have a, yeah.
I would like to say a few words. Cristina Stoianova, ERUA coordinator. I would like to thank you, Associate Professor Murin, for the workshop, and also to everyone who took part this week. I think it's very important what we do, and maybe I'll give an example with a merchant. If we imagine a merchant back in the days in Bulgaria who walked to Turkey to buy goods, for example, food, and he must go back by walk to sell those goods in Bulgaria. It takes too much time, and now we have the great opportunity to share knowledge without walking. And that's why I truly believe digital connectivity and sharing knowledge this way is very important, because it saves times. So I think we really have to do our best to make it real and to make it work well. Thank you.
Thank you, Chrissy. Yeah, I think that's the whole point in being within this alliance. I will use the chance to pose a practical question to all the libraries. I think that all the libraries have their like electronic catalog, which might be not full text accessible, but at least accessible as a description of resources. Do you think that we should and that we could also link them, like the students from New Bulgarian to be able to use the library catalog and at least the digital resources of Constance and all the other universities and vice versa? And I think that that's a question to all.
From Constance, our electronic catalog is available via the web, so everyone can do research there and search for documents. The problem is when it's come to access the documents or to download them, and then it's a question of licenses, not a technological question. But in general, our catalog is open for everyone, because we also have external users in the library who are not affiliated with the university, and they can also use the resources.
Yeah, I think that it's the same for the MBU. So maybe it might be useful to also think about posting the links to the library catalogs within the ERUA site, because this is a practical, like a practical solution.
Yeah, but I think it is more an organizational question. Why should a student from Germany, from Constance, look at the NBU catalog instead of just using Google when he's not finding his document here? So our students, when they are not, when we cannot satisfy their requests with our resources, they would come to us and they ask us, and we will help them to look for maybe the specific document. And I'm not working in this field, I'm not sitting at our information desk, but I don't think that these colleagues there, that their first look will be at another ERUA catalogs. They will use meta search engines or like Base, like Google Scholar. And so maybe it helps with the links, maybe it helps. If it only helps for one person, it's good, because it's really no effort to put these links on the web page. So we can do this, yes. We should do this.
Okay, anyone else? Any questions, any comments?
Yeah, I would like to make some comments to your introduction slides before. One point on your slides were the common courses. This is exactly what we are doing in page 5 in the ERUA. So we had already addressed this problem. Question about to do something together for the OA week. Why not? The Open Access Week is once a year. I think it's somewhere in the autumn, in the fall. There's also the Love Data Week, which is everyone in February. So we can think about doing some activities together, and I think we should take this to the planning for the meetups. So maybe we can talk in this environment about this idea. And your other question about joint funding. Our general strategy is to do things together whenever it's possible, because I'm not a fan of island solutions where we're just developing something which can only be used in Constance. And I don't care if we are doing this with universities in Germany or if we're doing this in universities, for example, from ERUA. It must fit in our strategy, and it must help you and us, and then we can do this together. So in general, I'm open for that. But we need an idea, and we need a funding program, and we need a good project agenda.
No, I think that here the more general question is about the national legislation and national funding grants, because from the point of view of Bulgarian funding agencies, they will not, in this field, in the field of science, they will not finance international projects. So that's I think one of the problems that is very, very crucial for our joint efforts to know the national strategies, the national legislation, and to try to use what we can in joint efforts, no matter if it's in the strictly funding direction, or in what we are about to do.
Yeah, I agree that it's a problem maybe with national funding. It's the same in Germany, but so we have to look then for European funding. Maybe when it's coming to data in the European Open Science Cloud environment, I don't know. So, but I think the best thing is that if any one of us from our alliance has a good idea, so just share it with the others, and maybe we will find someone else who will join this project or this idea.
And I think this is an environment where the meetups could come in handy. So if you've got an idea that you would like to discuss with the rest of the alliance, do let me know. And then we can work out a way how we can sort of discuss this in the context of a meetup.
That's a nice suggestion, I think. Okay, please guys, don't be shy. We're here to share our visions and our opinions, and I think that's it's something that could be very helpful to the implementation of working package 5. Actually, from a purely research point of view, and I will say that the first question that you see on the slide comes from me. I think that we could look for a causal relationship between what the Reform University was and what the Reform University is today, and the efforts that it does in the field of open science. And this might also be linked to responsible research, but I don't know how to justify that from a research point of view. So maybe if we have a more detailed database about what we do, which actually we start with this Staff Exchange Week, because we will have a landing page in which we'll all have access to the presentations, to the things that all the other universities are doing. Maybe we could answer this research question. Yeah. Max, yeah.
Can I just ask whether I got the question right? Are you wondering whether there is a correlation between open science and the Reform University paradigm?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe this is also something, I'm sorry that I'm throwing in the meetup so often, but maybe this is something we could discuss in a meetup as well. Shall the two of us maybe discuss this on a bilateral basis on whether we can turn this into a meetup? Is that something you would? Cool.
Sure. I think that you have my contacts, or I'll share them. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Well, I don't know. I see a lot of things, a lot of things that we might discuss, but it's up to you if you want to discuss them here live, or maybe have a follow-up through emails. Just as a suggestion, if you all don't mind, I think that it would be useful to have something like a mailing list of the people who were in the workshop, so that we know each other and we know who deals with open science in the 5 universities, and we might discuss some of these questions. both in the meetups, which would be very beneficial, I think, as well as bilaterally or multilaterally via email or other meetings.
If I may say something, as Max has shown in his presentation at the beginning, there's also a REM community study in the making in our work package 5. So we will come to every other university and we will ask the researchers, especially from their researchers' perspective, what do they need for open science? What do they need for research data management? And so I think we will address a lot of these problems with the study. So at the end, so maybe we could have a very much clearer view on the needs and on the requests, and then we can do better recommendations. The SWOT report was the first step. It's a snapshot and it's a brief overview. And now I think we need to get deeper into the needs, and this is what we will do in WP5. Yes.
Will you publish the report for the SWOT on the website, or?
No, the SWOT report is internal, so it's not. It will not be published. But if you are interested in it, we can send it to you. That's not a problem.
Yeah. Maybe my idea would be that a brief resume to be sent to the guys that are here in this Staff Exchange Week, so that they know about it, and they might contact you to get the full one if needed.
I don't know exactly to which persons we have sent this SWOT report. I think the members of the Work Package 5 board, I think they have the results. So every university, somewhere in the university, there must be this report. But yes, if you're interested in it, we can send it. It's just internal for our alliance. So there's no problem to share it with you.
I can only confirm what Matthias has just said. I mean, this is something we worked on also collaboratively. So every university has a SWOT report, and maybe the more direct approach would be that people who are interested in the SWOT report contact someone from our WP5 team of their universities to say, you know, I'd like to have insight into the SWOT report. Could you email it to me or share it with me in any other way?
Thank you. Thank you. Okay then, guys. I don't see any other people with an urge to discuss something or to ask any questions. So I don't know, Steffi. We might
maybe we can
go to the
discussion.
go to a conclusion.
Thank you, Adi, for this discussion, this discussion. I think that we have many open questions for future meetings, and if someone want to say some words for conclusions, may do this right now. And I want to say that I'm grateful for everyone who participated in the Staff Exchange Week. And thank you for sharing practices and ideas and plans. Maybe, I hope so, that our next meeting is not on the screens and meet each other face to face.
I would like to say thanks very much to NBU for hosting us and for doing this with us. Thanks very much.
Thank you. And I can now say thank you for everyone. Have a nice day and wonderful weekend.
Thank you, guys. I think that this was a very fruitful event in terms of us getting to know each other even better. I hope that it was useful to all. And I hope that it was useful to the guys in working package 5, because that's actually the grounding base of their work. Even though you may already know most of the things. Thank you all for the time and the presentations. And as Steffi said, let's hope to soon meet in person. Stay safe, guys, and hope to see you soon.
Thank you. Have a good time.
If anyone has any further questions or suggestions, please don't hesitate to send them to our email.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.